Hi, William Hououin here for a quick video about the new Bonnie and Clyde fight in the Sugarsweet Summit. Anybody can go there from level 1 to level 95. In this video I'm gonna show you how to get to that fight because it was asked quite a few times, and I will show you a nice little trick to know when the bosses are up. And while I'm doing all of this, I'm gonna read the comments that one of the dev, V, made on the forums about the event zone. So first, how to go to the event zone. So from Summer's Hollow, you just go to that portal and you'll end up in Sugarsweet Summit. It's easy as that. And now I'm gonna walk through up to where you can go fight Bonnie and Clyde. And while I'm doing this, let's read what V has to say. Well, a part of it at least, because it's a long post. We're gonna continue it when I'm fighting Bonnie and Clyde. So V said, "Hey everyone, thanks for your feedback regarding the event zone. I'll keep my comments strictly to the content portion of Sugarsweet Summit for brevity's sake." Oh, thank God, Cave. Well, V, sorry. To start off, the purpose behind the addition of Bonnie and Clyde and the Valentina Villa was in an attempt to create a duo of bosses who were similar to Prisma, Druda or Grinchta in design. The goal was to not only provide the zone with a big bad and their own personalized setting, but also to encourage players to return a few times a day for extra currency rewards. Okay, so end of the quote. Here you get to the Bonbon Bazaar and you can talk to that person there, Licorice Larry. Talk to him and you'll get to the Bonnie and Clyde place. There's 25 of those caches to find, by the way. Okay, so just said yes please, and boom, you're in Valentine Villa. And so from there you can say in the world chat like, "Hey, Bonnie and Clyde are up, come fight them." Okay, so this trick is to know when the event bosses are gonna be up. It only works in the event zone. You type /show boss and you will see that Bonnie will respawn in 12 minutes and Clyde in 8. So if you don't want to walk up there, you go talk to that person here and boom, you warp to the bazaar. So let's continue what V said on the forums. In terms of their difficulty, the aim was to set them at a level which was equal to their counterparts in other event zones, Druda, Grinchta. So while they do have some mechanics, they are not meant to be very challenging. Based on what I have seen, I believe they have hit this mark. The ladder, on the other hand, is a couple of notches above the rest of the zone in terms of difficulty. The desire here was to create a blend between the regular and empowered ladder in Twilight Vale. So there is an emphasis on mechanics and coordination, but not so much on damage from the bosses. With this setup, so long as groups learn and work with the mechanics, every player should be able to traverse the entire gauntlet regardless of their level. Because the ladder is brand new, it is understandable that it would take a few days for players to learn their way around the bosses. The idea was always that the ladder should not be something that players could defeat on their first attempt without prior instruction. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, but if players overwhelmingly feel otherwise, then that can be taken into account for future event zone content. Over the past couple of days, I have had the opportunity to join a few ladder sessions across the servers and have watched as teams coach others as to the strategies behind each boss, pointed out and prioritized enemies to their allies, and dissected the functionality of each of the minions. Players would ask questions, propose ideas, and assist each other throughout the process. This is precisely the type of player interaction that I believe Event Zone intend to promote, so I was very delighted to see that those helpful players who learn and share their knowledge deserve a shout out. That being said, it does seem like a few of the bosses are slightly overtuned or ambiguous, so as with all new update, expect to see some balancing patches down the line which will help alleviate some of these difficulty spikes. Yes, looking at you, Sour Patch Eater. Now, one point which I feel is important to address is that while event zones are indeed meant for all players, I personally interpret this as event zones should have something for every type of player, rather than everything in an event zone should be built for every type of player. To create a single zone which caters to both new and veteran players, casual and hardcore enthusiasts, and everything in between is a difficult balancing act, to say the least. This is why each event zone has a diverse variety of challenges to choose from. It is not so much that lower levels are relegated to Zingara or basic bounties, while higher levels should focus on ladders. That is not the correct outlook. It is really a player's preferences that should direct them towards one type of activity over another, not their level. There will always be content which some players find boring while others see it as relaxing, and other activities which some players find frustrating while others view it as engaging. That is simply the nature of this diverse player base and everyone's individual tastes. In that sense, each piece of content cannot accommodate every player, but, ideally, there is some piece of content for every type of player. So yes, lower levels should absolutely take up arms and storm the ladder if they desire that sort of challenge, and higher levels should most definitely unwind and hunt candy caches if that is to their liking. True, lower levels will undoubtedly find content such as ladders more difficult than capped players, but that is simply due to the limited nature of their equipments and talents, not something which can be easily rectified with level scaling. Thankfully, event zones are designed such that players of all caliber can work together to overcome these difficulties, and this is something I have already witnessed quite a few times over the past few days with various teams ranging in shape, size, and composition. To conclude, every year we aspire to see each event zone making another stride towards building upon itself and keeping players entertained, engaged, and interacting with one another. We hope this year's Sugarsweet has met that target, but of course, it's just as important to assess what worked and what could be improved. End of the post on the forum. I agree. I do like this event zone. The ladder is indeed difficult if you don't follow the mechanics. Neia wrote a comprehensive post about the mechanics of each bosses in the ladder, so I'll try to link that in the description of the video when our post is live on the forums. So this is it for now. This was the Bonnie and Clyde fight. I hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, leave me a like, leave me a comment, do stuff, go play VNH. Thanks for watching, and bye bye.